Good mornings with Community Live. My name's Ian Anderson and I'll be your host today for a KRT Racer Focus here. That's the KISS racing team coming at you on the virtual cycling platform Zwift. Waiting for all our techs. Looks like our comms are good. What's up? Welcome back to a new rebranded Zwift Community Live. Excited for this new logo setup that we've got. Got 3 minutes to go until our race, which is why we're here. Set to go around 2 laps of the London 8 course. So a little bit of flat, a little bit of hills. Gonna be a tough one. Kim Little in the pen today. I also see Finn Achilles, some of the Chinese supermen, and of course several of my teammates. I saw Tim Cartwright pedaling around warming up, so it's going to be a fast start. As usual here, we just like to give the good old disclaimer. I weigh 200 pounds, so you might see me throwing down like 350 watts. It ain't much because I'm big. And I gotta go over a hill, and watts per kilogram, which is the power to weight ratio, is the golden rule when you're going over a hill. So just keep that in mind. I am rocking Kim Little in the chat says, who? Yeah, Kim Little in the race. He is one of our team experimental riders. Super glad to have him, in theory, but he's a climber. Comes from a pretty serious mountain bike background. He rides for, I believe, a Merida factory race team over there in the UK. But nonetheless, Tim Cartwright now in the place. Scott Bussum also here from Bolt Racing Team. So we're just gonna do our best. Stay with the group until the base of the first climb, and then we're not gonna worry too much about it. Not gonna worry too much about the So we have a new mobile link app, which is exciting. However, it does have a little notification noise when a message comes through. Hey John. So here we go. 18 seconds to go. Biggest tip I can give for the starting pen is get your legs spinning, try to get a little sweat to come out. And then at this point you want to be winding it up. You want to hit the ground running, so to speak. You want to cue up your terrible yet motivational electronic music such that the beat drops right at this point. Really helps the mindset, doesn't it? Up this little hill. Didn't get a power up first time under, so hoping for one here. Jimbo Hodges off the front from KRT. Oh, nice. And now I see the live positions here, new feature. Oh boy. Still no power up. See Franco Battiato in the front group. Good to see. Franco goes uphill like a crazy man. So I'm glad he's in the A group. See how he likes it. Getting his legs torn off instead of just tearing mine. Oh man, these live messages are not cool. Always a bug to work out. So, London 8. Oh, it's still going. I can't escape. That's terrible. Can't escape the noises. Okay. Well, I probably just sound like a crazy person. But anyway, London 8 is a mostly flat course, but we do go over Box Hill. So that's going to be the main feature. Man, I might have to get aggro with the messages. This is pretty annoying. Kind of out of position here. That's it, we're gonna do it. Cutting Wi-Fi. No more boop boop noises. Boop boop that. Alright, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a new feature where messages make like a noise from the app, but you can't turn it off. So it just cuts into your music. Boop, boop. Very annoying. We keep it real here on ZCL. We don't do boop boops. Alright. Headed over Whitehall now. Critical junction of the course. It is a hill. You can see the bunch stringing out. Gotta give it a little bit more. Don't want to lose the wheels. See, right now I'm pretty far back. I'm gonna let somebody else chase. I'm in threshold heart rate, so I don't need to be putting anything else out. There you go, Florin. Got it. That's probably the least effort I could have possibly done. Sitting at the back here with Bass. Just cruising. Gotta try to recover. Yeah, Kim, that's a bug. Kim pointing out the messages from another event. But it's not just that, it's the boop boops. I don't want no boop boops. Somebody's from our race is off the front. I don't know who it is. Not gonna mess with it because it's probably my teammate. And we don't want to add to the blob. The blob is the peloton, but it's a new sort of thing that's going on now where nobody in the blob is really apparently working. But the blob will always win. The blob will always catch on to any breakaways. And we also started a staggered start, so the A category gets on the road first, and then the other categories come after. See, now I'm stuck on this clump on the left, but there's chasing going on or I'm stuck on the right, but all the action's on the left, and I have no control. So it's just something you gotta be aware of, always. Again, I weigh 200 pounds, so that is 91 kilos. So I don't concern myself with any of this mess. I'm just trying to sit on, get a free toe to the next critical course feature, which is the climb. So we do a full reverse classique lap, which is flat. Mostly. Except this part we are on a flat bit. So we got about 25 here in the front group. Hey Frank. Philip Proctor got an FTP test tonight. Good luck, mate. He's hoping he can top 4 watts per kilo to join the big boys. Hey Philip, I only passed it once in a 20-minute long race. That was good enough for me. Self-upgraded. Hashtag humble brag. There's not much humility to it. Not much humility required. The humility is enforced because I'm always last or close to it, especially when we're going up a hill. So when the course is curvy like this, you really gotta pay attention. Because Zwift will pick your line, and I don't know how much it actually matters, but sometimes it'll look like you're out of line. So you want to be on a line that keeps you behind other riders. You want to accelerate into the curves. If you're not moving up, you're moving back. See if we can mush it up here with the big boys for a second. There goes Tim. Gonna feather him off. Check this out. So we just gotta ease off, keep the boys behind us stuck. But see, the blob is winning. There goes Tim again. Oh, you missed it, Kim. Hodges was off the front, going into the start banner. Philip, that's a great weight. 66. You're flying. You're almost 100 pounds lighter than me. Oh. All right. Now I'm gonna get my best possible recovery in for the next few seconds, because we're gonna go into the hill. I got antsy. That's the nice thing about this course is it is hard, but you get that nice classique lap to kind of settle in during the first lap. And here we go, they're attacking to bring the blob forth, to summon the blob. The proper spell to summon the blob is about 6 watts per kilo on the front, and the blob will respond. Once the blob has responded, there's no stopping the blob. And look at that. Worst thing you can see in Zwift is that single file blob. That's a blob at its most intense form. And I'm getting popped. I don't want to be with Vass Florin because he'll smoke me on the climb. Thanks, JW88. Doing our best. Here we go. Hodge is coming back. He's saving himself for SCR. I just gotta ride my rots. Turn them over. Spin those pedals. Hurt locker. Just trying to keep technique on point. No surges. Just a couple more turns. Oh, tough going. Gotta keep the cranks turning in the downhill. If you see anybody in the race, drop that arrow, pedal. Pedal like you never pedaled before. Here goes the counter. Oh, now I just need recovery. Oh, we get to do that again. I'm happy with how I went over that climb. Hard work, pretty smooth. Usually I drop some of the pace in the second half, but I kept it. So hopefully we can keep this rolling. We drop Weitzner, and then we have a blob, and he doesn't. Blob effect. Massive here. I'm drenched. I'm absolutely covered in sweat. We got one little bump coming up. Nice little casual coming out of the tunnel. We have a classic Spotify failure. It just straight up is not working. It's gonna get us dropped. Oh, my butt. Got him. Oh. Kim pot. Oh boy. That is really just hard yards. James is right in zone 2 or less. Oh. Wow. TC, what a guy. Tim Cartwright slowing for his competitor, Kim Little. They're probably about 10 minutes up the road at this point. Weitzner really laid it down on that climb. He's not gonna catch us though. Especially if James keeps smirching it. Finn trying to make it interesting, which I do appreciate. That's Achilles the Dane. But yo, that was hard. I'm not in the mindset to do that again on the hill. There goes Finn. He loves to attack, he just doesn't ever get anybody really to go with him, which I feel bad for because he doesn't animate the race. And then he eventually pops. Heart rate gets too high, and then he's just done. But his attacks are helping us. We're expanding the gap to Weitzner. So really at this point we're racing for top 20 in this A category, which after people get disqualified and all that, we'll be in the top 15 or so. Now Finn is having internet problems. In this situation where we're kind of recovering between efforts, you do want to do a little bit of an opener from time to time. Just put your legs back in that tough zone so that you're not totally smoked when it does go uphill. They want to catch Kingo and Goto, or Goto, Japanese riders. They're about a minute up the road, doing pretty serious pace. Finn just keeps flying past us. If we just keep it steady, we'd do better. Also, if we didn't have dropout problems. So now we're coming into Whitehall, which is not going to be easy for me. It's this little hill. That was enough to pop Jones and to cut the lead in half of Kingo and Goto. So the goal there, if you were watching, was to drop that arrow power up over the top. A lot of people pace their efforts to be able to recover at the top of a hill. And when somebody else, in this case it was me, takes that recovery away, it catches people off guard. And that's how we drop Jones. And how we close this gap way down. We can probably even see them soon. Gotta be careful though, because like that Achilles opened up a gap on the back. So you don't want to get caught out in that situation. Gap's coming way down. We're flying. Got the blob on our side. With blob on our side. The game is steering me off the wheels, into the wind. It's really just such a mess. Like, look at what just happened. I was sitting on, and then the stupid game puts me all the way on the wrong side of the road. And then we have Finn doing stupid crap like that. Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna catch him. God, Finn is gonna get us all dropped. Okay. I need to sit in now. Oh boy. Really hard work in this flat. Put some serious time into Jones on this flat and a Weitzner. I'm soaked. I really have to pace this last climb to a T. I can't really get the heart rate too high. Gotta be comfortably uncomfortable here. Oh. Now we've slowed down quite a bit. Hodge is just moving to the front to keep things honest. There goes Finn again. Hopefully nobody takes the bait because his Wi-Fi is junk. So he keeps having internet dropouts, so he appears and then disappears. Oh my gosh. I do like this new KRT kit, this in real life kit, but it doesn't breathe very well, to be honest. It's kind of like wearing a plastic Mac. Sure, it's aero, but alright, so we're making a left turn up here, getting ourselves to the climb. I've got to just ride my own watts. I can't be surging. I know Kingo climbs about the same speed that I do. A little bit faster. Maybe the other guys also went in a plastic Mac. Oh. See, I don't even know what it is. I'm just using British terminology that I don't even understand. All I know is it's a Beatles lyric, or maybe it's a Who lyric, I don't know. A rain cape. It's a rain cape, that's what I'm talking about. Oh. There's Yuri on a fray. I don't know if he's racing or not. It's practically winter where he lives. He's in Lake Baikal in Russia. It's got to be cold. Lake Baikal, I believe, is the deepest lake in the world. It's huge as well. Up. So we're coming into the last one. Second and final climb. First one went okay. Like a trench coat. I see, yeah, one of those. All right. Here's the climb. more fin. Just try to wind it into it. Oh no. I just lost the Zwift servers. But I still have the stream. Zwift's problem. They might come back. They might not. Oh, that's terrible. There's one. All right. And we're back. Maybe I can see them, but they can't see me. Huh. That was totally on Zwift. We'll Zwiftalize it, how about that? Achilles loves it. He loves being on camera. Not too long. Lauren put a whole minute into me. Trying so hard not to blow up. I'm really actually feeling it in the legs the most. Not cardio, not this time. Worst feature in the whole game coming up. Ready? Boom. I hate it. So bad. We're on the verge of vomiting? Well, we're gonna just move the whole camera. And to add insult to injury, no power-ups. We gotta hit this one over the top. Finn's just gonna counter us, but okay. It's mostly downhill from here. Except for one little bump. Yeah, that climb was all zone 4. The last one was like all VO2. So did the best we could. Those boys that rode away from us on the second climb, they can go up it in 5 watts per kilo. And I am barely able to do 4.3 or so. It's sort of a one-off level of effort. Coming down to the bottom now. There goes Finn. I'm not gonna respond because he never sticks it, and the blob effect, look at that. That was a serious dig, but he never snapped it. I'm glad he's finishing the race though. He never finishes. Wow, that Kim was just sprinting. Good job, Kimbo. All right, so 1.5 mile to go. Strategy is ramp it up. We don't want to pop on this ramp, but we also want to get dropped. Got a nice gradual right-hander. We go over the top. We're gonna smash it at the top of this little bump. Going nice and easy for the time being. We want to hit Achilles with his own medicine here, which is the counterattack. And he's used the feather very early, and we're gonna be fine because his feather just ran out and he hit the climb. James knows what to do. We ain't got him. I didn't have it there. Just too far. And people around me are, in my building, are burning oil, which smells terrible. So that's my excuse today. Oh, thanks for joining us on this KRT Racer Focus. We saw a typical Zwift race today. It was harder than usual. We almost got split off the back actually before we even hit the hill, which is typical of what you would expect. Excuse me. That's typical of what you would expect in one of these races, is to sort of have separations occur. Not everybody's at the same level in game. I think probably the best teammate strategy is to have two people with differing strengths or just vastly different ability levels together on the same team. Like for example, if I was with somebody that was sort of much more my ability level, let's say, there's not many on the team at this point really. If I was with a heavier guy on our team, you know, I would have tried to pace him up the hill climbs and then give him the best chance to recover, and then maybe he could help in the flat. But today James was holding back. He's got a race he's targeting in the near future, so he's very kindly helped me out, and that's what the team is all about. Some of us A boys are just not quite up there with the likes of Tim Cartwright. In fact, I'm not even on the finishing board, so that's cool. I mean, there's always like some bugs in Zwift, right? So we'll just take that as a bug. Anyway, let's check out the graph for the race. Just click this end ride button. So I'm pretty happy with that first hill climb. You can see it's almost all orange, so that's all VO2 zone. I'm talking about this section right here. I pretty much held it at like 370, 380 the whole way up, which I'm pretty happy with. Then hit that heart rate, got some recovery on the downhill, mostly zone 2 and 3. This is where I did a dig to drop Jones. So we got away from Jones at that point. We got the heart rate way back up there again. And more recovery. Really not looking forward to this second climb, but I kept it out of zone 3, except for a little piece there. So that was pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Unfortunately, I only really have one dig. I don't have this long, you know, 600 watt type ordeal after that effort, so happy to at least break 1,000 watts once. Pretty good stuff. Kurt says, nice job, Ian. First time watching, B rider. Yeah, it's okay to be a B rider. I was a B rider for a really long time. Yeah, Kim Little says the blob swallowed your result. But Kurt, yeah, B rider. Don't worry. Honestly, guys, like and girls, what's gonna happen is we're just gonna have races this winter that, like these normal races that happen every week, not even a special event, not even like Zwift Team Worlds or any of those, you know, bigger special events. I mean, we're just gonna see like 200 plus people every single week. And so what that means is the groups are just gonna be bigger. People are gonna make more mistakes in critical race situations. Gaps are gonna open up. Smaller groups will form. If you end up in no man's lane, there's going to be a group in front of you if you want to try to chase, and there's going to be a group behind you, pretty much in all circumstances. So that's really what you got to race for, is just those little group victories. That's kind of what we had going today. We had one really strong rider, my teammate James, who was able to put in some efforts and close down some gaps, but the two Japanese riders in front of us were much stronger on the climbs, and of course we know that Florin can go up those hills pretty well as well, so they were able to ride away. But we dropped Weitzner, who was dangling in front of us for the whole first climb, and we dropped Jones there, I think, or whatever his name was, the Australian. So pretty happy with that. We'll be back on Thursday with this segment, and it'll be a flat race. Don't remember exactly what, but it will be flat. And later today, you can check us out Nathan will be live streaming one of the European races, so be sure to turn on those notifications, follow us on all the locations, and I'll be hanging out in the chat over on Mixer later today, probably. So check us out there. We'll be back sooner than you believe, and we'll see y'all next time. Right on.